Welcome back, everyone. Well, a Marquette woman is expanding her jewelry business. Now, Beth Millner did her work out of her home for several years, but now she has a storefront on Washington Street in downtown Marquette. That's where we find TV6's Andrew Lacombe this morning to tell us more. Andrew?
Good morning, Vicki. Yeah, Beth Millner Jewelry has been here since May. Beth's been working on her craft for a lot longer than that. We'll find out about that in a minute. But look at these showcases here. Just see the uniquely UP-made products, the shapes that just look like the UP in Lake Superior, and then other nature-inspired things that definitely takes a lot of detail. And Beth is kind enough to join us this morning. Thanks so much for being here. Just tell us, when did you get started making this unique type of jewelry?
I studied metalsmithing and art and design at Northern, and so I graduated in 2008 with a Bachelor of Fine Arts.
Okay, and so just looking at what you have for us here, I mean, a lot of this is inspired by nature, the UP.
Yes, my pieces, I would say, are very much influenced by the area surrounding the Upper Peninsula is one of my main influences. And recently, I just got some Upper Peninsula copper from the White Pine Mine in Ontonagon, and it's just scrap copper that someone had been holding on to for years, a customer of mine, and he brought it in, and now I'm making pieces with that.
So scrap metals, is that what you make a lot of your product out of?
Yep, I primarily work with recycled metals, so I kind of pride myself on being a more eco-friendly business.
That's very neat. And so how long does it take you to make a set of one of these earrings here?
You know, I spend a lot of time on each series, and I'll work on a grouping at once. So I'll do a lot of the piercing and sawing of the trees and the shapes, and then they get passed on to my helpers for the filing and finish work. So there's a lot of people working on each piece.
And now Beth's storefront is here on Washington Street, Marquette, and she actually has an upstairs workshop. We're going to be checking out how things are made in just a little bit. What are some other things that people might not know about your business, about your work?
You know, I'm from here in Marquette, and it's just really inspired by the region. And so, you know, it's very handcrafted, and we're not buying parts and putting them together. We're starting with flat sheet metal and wire and hand fabricating each piece.
Now, we look at this and we think, what's coming up in just, 8 days? Valentine's Day. Some great gift ideas here. And so coming up a little bit later, we'll be talking about a promotion that you and some other local businesses have going on coming up on Thursday night. So that's pretty cool as Valentine's Day is coming up. So what are we going to see in the next half hour when you're upstairs making your jewelry?
I'm going to be showing some piercing and sawing, and I'll cut out a little tree in the metal, and then I'll show a little bit of soldering as well.
All right, so definitely some very visual stuff to stick around for, maybe inspire some people to do this at home or to come on down and check out some of Beth's work. So that's all for now. We're live in Marquette this morning. I'm Andrew Lacombe, TV6 News.
Okay, I do have a quick question, Andrew, because, and this one I promise isn't a trick question. If you could ask Beth, because like I'm not a very artsy type of person. I don't have a good eye, so do you have to be like good at drawing or painting or anything like that? Be very artsy to be able to do jewelry?
Vicki says she's not a very artsy person, so she's wondering if you have to be very good at drawing or anything like that to be good at this type of jewelry.
Well, it depends on what your final piece, what you want it to be. You can always work with geometric shapes and kind of put things together that way. Or you could potentially look for other images to kind of get your inspiration as well. Oftentimes I'll take a photograph and work from that to create my designs.
All right. Cool. Well, we'll see. You know, Vicki, I'm not very good at drawing either, so I'm with you there. We'll see. Maybe I can get my hands wet and try some of this stuff too.
Sounds great. It's 42 past the hour. Our up-close look at jewelry making continues now. TV6's Andrew Lacombe is live this morning at Beth Millner Jewelry, a new store in downtown Marquette, to show us more. Andrew?
Yeah, Vicki. We're upstairs in Beth's workshop now. Earlier this morning, we were downstairs in her storefront. We're taking a look at some of the products like these right here. This very unique jewelry that she made out of recycled metals. Now Beth's going to take us through the process of how these products are created.
Yeah, each piece is started with a sketch or a drawing, and so here I'm trying to use metal efficiently, and normally what I'd do is I'd cut out a disc and then I'd punch each of these sort of leaf shapes off the metal, but for the demonstration today it's just a little bit different. And so I've basically made this template that I glue down to the silver, and I've drilled a little hole and threaded the saw blade through, and then the trees are actually just cut by hand, and so I pierce the shapes like this.
Now, Beth, you're saying you take some custom orders. Now, it's too late to do that for Valentine's Day because the custom orders, there's quite a design process involved.
Yes. Oftentimes, customers email me with an idea that they want to have made, and I'll get back to them, and we kind of correspond over email. And You know, it takes about 3 months for a custom order, but I really enjoy working on the custom work, and I like to call it collaborative designing, so I can work with the customer to kind of help their vision come into real life.
Now, you've had a lot of success with your Facebook page. Is that a good way for people to get in touch with you?
Yep, people can send me a message on Facebook through my business page, or they can send me an email directly, or contact me through my website as well. Or you can even stop in the shop, and I'm here most days that we're open, and I can design something with you right here.
Yeah, the shop's right here on Washington Street in downtown Marquette, so quite a unique place. Now we're going to check out another part of the process. Going to take us to do some soldering.
Yeah, so this is my soldering area over here, and these are some very similar pieces to what you've seen so far. And I'm going to light my torch, and we'll solder some of these brass pieces onto the silver. So things like to move around a little bit when we're soldering, so the different lighting of the television cameras will be a little bit of a challenge, but I think I can do it. So I'm kind of heating the metal evenly, and this little piece of brass here already has some solder on the back of it, and so I'm kind of getting that up to temperature until we see the solder flow, which you may not see exactly. There's a little bit. It looks like a mercury flowing, so that one is soldered.
Now, from this part of the process, what else do you have to do after that?
Then the piece gets quenched in water, so I would dip it in this water here, and then I put it in this acid, which is just a mild acid that actually will take all the dark black off the surface, the oxides caused by the torch. And then there will be a bunch of filing and finish work and some texturing of the brass, and then they'll be made into pendants and earrings.
All right, and Beth, you were telling us about a special promotion that you and some other local businesses have collaborated on for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, this Thursday, the 7th. It starts at 4 p.m. I'm working with the Garden Bouquet and Design, the Ordock Brewing Company, and Everyday Wines with a little promotion. So if you make a purchase here at the flower shop and the wine shop, you can go get a pint on us at the Ordock.
And it's geared toward guys, because that'll be 1 week before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so we wanted to kind of put this reminder out there that Valentine's Day is coming, and your lady probably wants one of these things for Valentine's Day. And I've got a special promotion here. Everything will be 14% off and free engraving on pendants. So there's a lot. Each shop has their own promotions besides the group promotion.
All right, thanks, Beth. A lot of UP-inspired products here at Beth Millner's jewelry store in downtown Marquette, and it's been pretty cool to take a look. So thanks so much, Beth, for being here all morning and showing us behind the scenes.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, we're going to take things back to the studio now, live in Marquette. Andrew Lacombe, TV6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew. Now we're all inspired.